And I've got like 2 of these. That's cool. All right. All right. That was a decent speech. I gotta say, that was a very decent speech. And thank you, our Toastmaster and our Toastmasters, and especially Mr. Munguntur for delivering a great speech. You come here once in a while and deliver a speech that has weight. You always deliver a speech that coincides with a real life project. So the content of your speech always has this weight, this more depth to it. That's a great thing about you. So he delivered a speech on reaching consensus. So Mr. Munguntur, you clearly met the objectives. You reached the consensus. That was a great job. However, I would say that only because the consensus was a rather generalized thing that was rather easy for most people to reach. You were talking about like win-win situation, right? So next time, I think you could challenge yourself to present something that's slightly more complex, right? Something that takes a little bit more convincing so that people, all of us, can reach one consensus. That would be amazing. That's the heart of persuasive speaking. Mr. Munguntur always succeeds in presenting us with structured graphs and diagrams, something that puts his speech into perspective, very structured, always. That's also a great point. So you told a story about your work, which was very relatable to all of us. And therefore, there was this sense of compassion and a sense of understanding towards it. You were talking about how this department wants one thing, this department wants another thing, and you were like the middle guy and you have to manage everything, right? That is relatable. That's a great thing. People are now more understanding about your situation now. So near the end of the speech, it seemed that the audience's attention span was starting to get lost. However, you managed to grab hold of it again with a very concise, very brief, very concise conclusion. Only 1 sentence, 2 sentences. That was great. Now, here are the things that you should work on, though. Beginning. I wasn't really sure about the beginning, though, because I think you really could have started headstrong. There's a part called the hook that grabs people's attention without a doubt. So instead of starting by, okay, so let's start. So here's the thing. Instead of doing this, try to be more, more power. Extra minute, please. I need to finish this. So yeah, you could really start strong. And I was the eye counter, but I couldn't do your eye counting on yours. But I estimated that you said more than 10 times. That's a problem, though. That's a problem. Yeah, and there was this one time when you were standing like this, hands crossed like this, and you were holding your chin. This is not exactly a bad gesture, but it's somewhat closed. And I think at some point, I realized that your eye glance was slightly downwards. So this is neutral, but not a particularly good gesture. So be cautious of that. You can instead use more open languages. All right, that's about it. So I want you to continue encapsulating us with these stories that has like a human life. Let's not say like tragedy, but I think your story was made more alive because people relate to it. Continue using those, and overall, it was a decent job. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Reddy. That was very impressive. That was an impressive